Good, that's better. 2 proper seatbelt anchors back in the chassis, and I'm fairly sure they'll be at least as strong as they were before. If anything, slightly stronger. Can move on to the seat rails now and the seat itself. My plan with the seats is to try and cover the sort of flex where the leather underneath is showing through, such as here. It's a particularly bad area. Cover that with dye. I've got this leather dye, which I borrowed from my daughter actually, Eco-Flo. I don't know where she got it from, but this is the black version. It comes in different colours, of course. But this does seem to be covering the worst of this sort of brown colour that's showing through the coating on the leather. So my plan is to get all this black and stain it through into the leather beneath before I start applying leather cream and sort of hide conditioner of some kind. So hopefully this will improve the seats somewhat, but I'm not planning on putting a sort of finishing coat, because a lot of the professional restorers seem to basically apply a new finish to the leather completely, maybe several layers, either sprayed on or sponged on or whatever. But essentially they're painting it with a sort of water-based acrylic, which is a layer on top of the leather, which lasts several years apparently. But I'd rather not go down that route unless proved otherwise, kind of thing. I'm going to try this first. So I'm not going for a concourse finish by any means. Just want to make them look slightly better than they do now. And we'll see how it goes. So having used this dye, which seemed to work pretty well, on this edge here, for instance, although you can still see the scuffs, it's not shining through with the leather colour, which was something like that. So yeah, it seems to be working right. And I've just put this leather cream on, which is from Lidl. I've had it for donkey's years. I thought I might as well use this up before I start using anything else. And again, this seems to be working pretty well. Just using a cloth to rub it in. This is the second coat. But yeah, there's a bit of loads on. This is just an emulsion, as I understand. It's got some kind of oil in it and water. Oil suspended in the water. So it'll soak in, hopefully. Water evaporates and leaves the oil in the leather. So I'm working on the basis that it doesn't really matter what you use in terms of the cream, as long as it's intended for leather. It's probably fine. Could be completely wrong, of course, but we'll see. This handbrake cover didn't come with the trimming of the car. The guy forgot to do it or didn't quote for it. This is just an aftermarket one that I found at some time in the past. So it's sort of generic cover, but it is actually leather and it's not too bad. It's got a brand on there, some sort. RS. No idea. Give that a go as well. And the back. Right, a lot of learning points here. I'm not going to be doing this again this way, I don't think. But it turns out that these rails are held on with screws, obviously, countersunk screws. But the screws go through to these square nuts. You can see that. Which has got a little sort of steel cover on it. And that is, or it seems to be bonded into the glass fibre. At least there's a little bit of glass fibre over them. So they've attached these mounting nuts underneath the floor, which is kind of okay for the first three. This one is right up against a support which runs across and picks up on these chassis points. It's actually just this side of it, but nevertheless it gets tied up with the glass fibre underneath. So that one is particularly difficult to get out. I've been punching them out once I've drilled the heads off. And these are the heads, so they drill off quite nicely. So I've got a collection of those now. Another one. So with the head off, you can just punch them through. I haven't lost the punch. So that's just a nice size punch, so just punch them through. I'll do that one in a minute. I can work out where it is. There it is. So that's not ideal, really, especially this front one. With these, though, I think, just put a washer underneath as I planned. So that's okay. And it is nice to have it actually off so I can clean it out properly and make sure this gap is consistent. It's not being trodden on and sort of pinched flat, so the seat can slide smoothly. So I'll clean this one up as well. I've already cleaned up the one on this side, but the one on the off side, notice that of course there's extra holes drilled here. So these two screws are actually bolted in different places. So someone's obviously had the same issue I'm facing now, I suppose. And if you look at the floor here, there's a screw there and a screw there which tie up with the official holes in the pressing. Someone has put these two screws in. So again, interesting, but not ideal. So, and again, on this left-hand side, where it's got one of these strips, sort of wedge-shaped strip of some sort of fibre board stuff, just to pop it up and get it level. So quite a lot of complexity really in these rails, and I think unless there's good reason, I'd definitely think twice about taking them off again. When I come to do the passenger side, I'll certainly try not to take them off, I think, unless there's good reason to. So yeah, it's a definite learning point there. Having got them off now, I can knock these pins out. I can probably even use the original holes, maybe block these up with some glass fibre or something, or just a rubber bung. So yeah, interesting. With this one I've cleaned out the track, which is pretty glossy at the end of there, again not surprisingly after 70 years, wherever it is. But and I'm also in the process of just getting that gap right. That's there, for instance, it's a bit tight, so I'll just lever it up slightly. So yeah, as I say, I'd think twice before you take these off. Unless there's really good reason, I would suggest not doing it.